Okay, here we go again. And I do have my better camera since I had to restart the stream. These things have been happening in YouTube land lately. So before you come in the chat, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this video. Hey, Lenore. Oh, what a day. Welcome in, Lenore. Good to see you. There was a whole bunch of people in my chat, and I hope they come back because I had to restart. Hey, Brian. Good. I had to restart the stream. Hey, Papa Jim's, welcome in. Painted Pony, welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. I know, Lenore, when it rains, it pours sometimes, but I'm not one to be beaten by anything. I'm tough. I'm as tough as they come. I may look delicate, but I can. Oh, shoot, my battery's running low. Hang on just a second, guys. If this ain't insane, where is my. There it is. I gotta hurry up. Oh, no. Alrighty then. It still seems a little delayed, guys. Maybe it'll clear up. Welcome back in, you guys. I apologize. Hey, Leslie, welcome in. It's nothing that hasn't happened to every reseller for the last 2 months. They need to get their act together. So I'm so glad to see you guys. I was much looking forward to being here with you guys tonight. And let me back that up a little bit. So I'm sure that I'm representing. Hey, Joanne, welcome in. I'm sure my camera looks better than the last one, thank goodness. So I've got a plethora of things for you guys tonight. Welcome in, Beth, and thank you guys for coming back. My apologies. Every reseller in that chat knows how this is when you get that, But anyway, I got the chance to restart my camera. So we've got a kitty cat coming around besides the one that's already here. And my male chihuahua does not like cats at all. He's used to Mr. Tux. And today my daughter come in. We usually let the dogs outside to greet her. And I'll be darned. Hey, Sissy Winks. Good to see you. So Gizmo proceeds to chase the cat, Ginger behind him. And I know who the cat belongs to. And the lady has 7 cats. And it's coming over here and causing problems. So I'm going to have to go to her house and say, look, I don't want my dogs running off, getting in the road and hit. And what does she need with 7 cats? She's an older lady. If something happened to her, what about these cats? So far be it for me to tell someone how many cats to own, but you know where I'm coming from. So I'm so glad you guys came in. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. I really appreciate that. It's so good to see you guys. It just warms my heart. So the rules of the chat are as follows. Everyone be cordial and nice to everyone. If we have someone come in that's insultive or rude, MC Laura will take care of them because I do not tolerate anyone in my chat being talked down to, and they will be like that. So you can feel safe to know that nobody's going to abuse anybody on my watch. There's MC Laura, hammer time. She's ready too. She got the Hawkeye. That's what they used to call me, Hawkeye, because I never missed anything. So, of course, you guys know that now. There's something I want to let you in on. All the shipping is going to go USPS for this reason. I have had problems with UPS, and here's what they expect. If you have a box yay big, they have already guesstimated what that box should weigh, and how unfair is that? So I had a couple boxes that I was going to send out, and they said, well, this DWT is wrong. You want me to ship it? And I said, no, because I'm not paying double the shipping. So that's why I'm going to use the post office. It's more, I know what to expect, and I just do not want the hassle of UPS. I mean, yes, it's a little bit more, but it's not that much more. Hey, Jen, welcome in. It's not that much more, and I'm tired of dealing with UPS. So I just cut them totally out of the picture. You will still receive the same quality service of the packing of your items. Everything will be the same, just a different mode of shipping. So I just thought it was a little ridiculous that, UPS would look at something and have a chart on how much what should weigh in that box when we all know. I said, look, I ship glass. So it's going to go the post office route. It's just a wee bit higher, but it saves me from having to pay an extra fee on a box that should have been shipped with what the customer paid in the first place. So, with that being said, let's move on. I have been downstairs. I have found so many things, guys. The mail lady put my package in the front yard the other day. Brian, I would call the post office and say, look, I'm paying your salary, and if they can't walk to my porch, it's not like you have a rabid pit bull. Sometimes you have to kick a little, and I've kicked a lot and not just a little. But no, you're paying for that service. You're the reason why they're in business. You are not an interruption of their business, but the reason for it. Yeah, Brian, that is, oh Lord, it wouldn't have done for me to live in your neighborhood because I'd have went down there myself. So with that being said, let's move on, guys. I'm going to start with some jewelry tonight. I found some amazing stone jewelry. So let me turn here and we will find it. And I set all of it out. No, let's start with the purse. So is there anyone out there that loves beautiful? I think this is vintage, guys. This is not sterling silver. It's probably some kind of metal. Look at that, guys. If you are a collector, oh, I forgot to tell you, we bid in $1 increments up to $10. After $10, it's $2. After $5, it's $50. It's $5. After $100, it's $10. And whoops, I didn't even empty this box. So we are going to have the coveted shoe box tonight. For those who purchase, their name will go in here. And I think what I'm going to do tonight is you're going to get a $5 credit with me, which you can use at any time. All you got to do is let me know, because I feel like maybe I know I have a lot of things, and I think it would be more pertinent for the chat because it's actually, you're getting a savings there. So now back to this magnificent purse. This is amazing. Y'all know I don't be buying cheap stuff. So there you have that amazing floral work. Let me give you a measurement. Guys, I got just about enough Kentuckian in me to talk that way. Oh, I'm sorry. I have that new nickname, the Southern Tigress. Oh, right, Jen, the Southern Tigress. You're like, that girl has lost it. So let me give you a measurement. This is vintage. It's in wonderful vintage condition. It is 5.5 inches long. Of course, you know most purses back then, and it's almost it's between the five and the 5.5 mark. It is in excellent condition. I'm going to open it and show you. It is in beautiful vintage condition, and this is starting at $18. Is that cheap? Yeah. If you enjoy vintage purses and you are a collector of such things, and Leslie, I know Leslie is a purse lover, so we have Leslie in at 8. Leslie, this is in immaculate condition. So I see Leslie in at 18. So looking for $20 or better. It is in wonderful vintage condition. Got that chain going on there. So we're not going to dilly dally. So I'm going to give it just a few more minutes. If I don't see any bids, Leslie is going to be the recipient. And this has weight, guys. It's not light. It just doesn't have a name in it. Sissy Winks, it's on the inside of it. It's just like a satin material, and it's totally beads. This is totally beads. The shine you see are beads. So, yeah, that's beads, honey. There's more beads than we can count. See, that's where you're getting that reflection. So, I don't see any other interest in the chat. We will call this down for Leslie. So, we're going to go once to Leslie, going twice to Leslie. Yes, Brian, it is very classy. Final and last call. This is a beautiful bag, guys. Fair warning, fair warning. And we are sold to Miss Leslie. Congratulations. You can add this to your collection, and what a beauty this is. Congratulations, sweetie. And I'll write your name on it. Congratulations. It's stunning. I mean, y'all know that this girl don't play when it comes to quality. So this is Leslie's, and Leslie is the first one to go into the hat box with the purchase of this magnificent, as Bruce would say, freaking fabulous purse. So in Leslie goes. Do you, Leslie? Oh, Lord. I may bring something out that's going to rock your world, just saying. Because I got him, honey. I got him. There's Leslie. She goes into the shoe box. Man, do I have the goods. And she's going in with the lid on. And we're going to set it right here. Now, we're going to bring something up that I know that there was interest in. And this is beautiful. It has the most beautiful song by Barbara Streisand that I've ever, I mean, I just love it. And Leslie probably knows exactly what I'm getting ready to bring up. So I told you guys how dirty this was. There was what the filth was cigarette smoke. And look how that cleaned up. I shined it up for you guys. Look what a difference that made. So, oh, Gizmo's at it again. And it plays Memories by Barbara Streisand. Oh, The Way We Were, sorry. And I will, hey, Face the Ace. This is gorgeous, guys. It is from the 60s. It also has, I'm so good I took my magnifier downstairs. But it does, the music box has Japanese movement. Good to see you, Face the Ace. And it's just so beautiful. I have no words. There's your bottom. And then it does have Japanese movement. This, I could not tell you what this plastic is. Now, I didn't have any parachrome. I don't know, guys. It's probably an older plastic. So, with that being said, the you just don't see these, and we're going to start this at 15. It is well worth it. It is a lipstick holder. Plays a beautiful song. Has glass behind that. It's just gorgeous. I mean, that's the only way I can describe it. So we're looking at between 3 and 3.5 inches long and about the same wide. And it's beautiful. I mean, it's hard to get a hold of these boxes like this. I just happened to luck in on it. I shined it up because it was nasty, because whoever owned this smoked, and it had that old nicotine sticky junky things on it, but it's beautiful. I mean, the reason why I priced it like that is because of the rarity of this item. And this is something that you could pass down to the next generations, but it did clean up very well. And I decided that that was a fair price given it's from the 60s. So I was born in 1964 and I'm 61, if that tells you anything. So there it is. It is beautiful. And these go for a pretty penny. It is gorgeous. No interest in this. For the age, it's in beautiful condition. Thank you. And it's even got an address on it from where, I guess, something Raphael, California. But it's beautiful. So we will pass on this one. If anyone is watching later, just if you go to my YouTube page, my email is in the description. That's a good deal for that. I mean, it's well made and it's been around for a while, just saying. So we'll pass on that one. And we'll move on to something else. Okay, what you do with those necklaces, girl? I had some amazing, and I mean stones that you don't hear about. Hang on just a second. I know I put them in this box. Now, where are they? We'll do these. That's a shame because I had some stones that would knock you down. They're so beautiful, and you don't. Boy, I tell you, that Gizlet or whatever his name is really active tonight, isn't he? I put those in this box. Okay, let's do this. I have some brooches here that are artifacts, and Jonette Jewelry, which is commonly known as JJ, started out with two brothers, and in the about 1986 they changed their JJ to Artifacts. And so I have some really adorable pins here, and these are very well made. They are brand new on the card. And I'm going to drop the camera here and I'm going to show you. Where's that? Let's see. Hey, Katie Bug. Welcome in, sweetie. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Okay, guys. We have approximately, these are Artifacts, aka JJ, and they're brooches. And I'm going to drop the camera. Hopefully, I won't drop anything else on the way down. We have some Artifacts brooches. Number one, we have an eagle, and it's by Artifacts. And these are $7 a piece because they are brand new on the card. So there is an eagle, and as you can see, there's mountains behind him, and rather a patriotic pin, I would say. So there's the eagle. Then this is cute. If we have any dog lovers out there, this is your brooch. And why do I say that? Because you have a dog bone and you have the opportunity to put your dog's picture in that. So there's that brooch. And this is what depicts my husband. And when I show it to you, you'll know. So my husband's name is Theodore, aka Teddy. And look what he's doing. We have a teddy bear pulling out his pockets, wondering where all that money went. I had to chuckle. This one is beautiful, guys. This is an angel sitting on some steps, as you can see. See her wings? Isn't that beautiful? I call it the stairway to heaven. They're $7 a piece, guys. I mean, these are very well made. And this brand does go for a pretty penny, might I add, especially the older ones. No telling where the money went. Aren't they adorable? There you have your dog bone and your little hangy thing to put your favorite picture of your favorite dog in there. Hey, Desiree and Mama Chola, welcome in. Now, I don't have any cat stuff, but there you have your Artifacts, aka JJ. Like I said, they started Artifacts in '86. So these are really, really cute. Brand new on the card. Does it get any better than that? Probably not. So I'm going to give you another good look, and we're going to move on to the next round. These were pretty popular back in the day, guys. Let me take these over here and I'll put them in my hat that I have. Let's see here. So, let's see. You would think Gizmo could come up with a new line. That's really getting old, and I'm not amused. Just saying. So we have something amazing. I am not sure what this stone is. Maybe some of you ladies out there can tell me. It is a necklace and bracelet set, toggle closure on that. And here is the stone. Hang on a minute. Let me turn this on if I can see what I'm doing here. That is the stone. I'm not for sure what that is. Your guess is as good as mine. Let me move it. Jen's Gems, are you in the chat? But there you have it. And I have a bracelet and a matching necklace. And I'll give you measurements. That is stone and it's glass. So if any of you guys out there, I know it's a stone and it's glass and it is an older necklace. Let me move that in. I can't be still. And it is stone. Thank you, Desiree. I appreciate that. Let me douse this light a little bit. Okay. So we have a set, we have a bracelet and a necklace, and I'll give you a measurement. And we're going to start this. I don't know what stone that is. I know there is glass in there. And we're going to start the set at 15. If you're the least bit interested, you probably want to jump all over this. And I'll give you a measurement. It could be some kind of jasper or some kind of something. It's wanting to, where's mine? The findings are not sterling, by the way. And we're looking at a good 20 inches on the necklace. So it's not a short necklace. And let me get the measurement on the bracelet. But that's some kind of stone and glass. And I don't know what the stone is, but I need to get batteries in my Presidium. So we're looking at a leeway of at least 8 inches. So I will put it on this little board here so you can get a better look, but it is glass and it is stone. And to get a necklace and a bracelet for 15, unheard of. So here we have it, guys. That is really, really beautiful. Toggle closure on both necklace and bracelet. Just a gorgeous piece, guys. Yeah, she's next door. But yeah, there you go. There's that set for 15. I'm telling you. If you're thinking about it, don't think too long because I mean it's a nice set and we all know it's worth far more than that. Yes, I do keep shipping costs as low as I can. Was telling the chat earlier that UPS is not a viable option for me anymore because they see a box and they guesstimate what the weight should be, and if it's off, guess who picks up that cost? United States postal system is a little more, but it keeps UPS out of my pocket. And I always ship bag in a box, which is totally cheaper. So I do try to get you the best deal. When I ship stuff, when I go the best route because I would want the same done for me. So we'll pass on that. So that's why, I remembered the golden rule: do unto others as I would want done unto me, right? So we'll put this over here. This one's amazing, guys. Ooh la la. Let's see. Next up, we have beautiful. This is, I believe, this is an art glass necklace. You have a toggle on that, and the most beautiful green glass pendant on that. And I'll give you a measurement. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy it, Leslie. That's what it's about, getting the people's things to them in one piece. And thank you, Joanne. That's what I strive for. I might pack it a little. I know how the post office is, guys. And to keep me from going down there and explaining to them how not to throw a package, I would much rather pack it. So 16 inches long and 3 inches on the extender. It's beautiful. And this is starting at $12. It is all glass. That is a fantastic deal. So you do have that extra extension if you need it. And this is what it looks like. Completely glass. And I'll move in on the pendant. Just really a beautiful, beautiful set there. And I'll back up a little bit. All glass, beautiful vintage. Thank you, Brian. I thought it was pretty too. And the pendant's really big on this. So there's that. Thank you, Mama Chola. I thought it was really beautiful. It's kind of like a blue green, and this has that swirl thing to it. Just a beautiful piece. Now this is what really got me, guys. Have you ever seen a necklace that the glass is set inside of a bezel? Right there. See that? That is bezel set inside. So whoever put this together, you don't see that. You never see it. This is one of those rare moments where you just don't see things like that. All right, we'll pass on that. I'd like to know what I did with that. The more I try to get organized, guys. That's not a stone, what the rest of it is. Let's see. I was going to do something. What was it? Ellie, guess what I got for you? I have a gorgeous piece of oh yeah, we got it. And Ellie knows exactly what that is. So moving on. I'm going to put this is an owl brooch, and I'm going to show it singularly, if I can talk. Let me, this brooch is an owl. Let's see. And it's signed ART. It has like a jelly belly. And this is a signed brooch. It's signed ART. It is a hoot owl. On camera. Oh, it's going to be a pain tonight, I can tell. I hold it still. It's hard to hold still with something. It's an owl that has a jelly belly. It is gold tone. It also has stones at the top of its head. It's signed ART. It's in immaculate condition. Here's the back of it right there. See if I can get this camera to cooperate. And see your owl. It's got the jelly belly. Since this is a signed brooch, we're going to start it at $10. It's worth $10. It is signed. And good to see you, Ellie. It has those amazing glass eyes, rhinestones at the head, and it is a hoot owl. This one appears to be, well, it's not foiled, but it's got rhinestones on the tail as well. And if you're a collector of brooches and you love owls, Ellie, I think you may have a good point there. Yes, it is. That's a great buy. I know that. Let me get this off. See, some of you guys are really more. It's ART is, and then it's got that trademark on it. So whatever that, yeah, it's beautiful. And if you're an owl lover, very nice construction on the back of that one. Let me get rid of that. I think that's what the problem is. So there we have it. Very beautiful rhinestones on his head, rhinestones on his tail. Hey, Lucy. Welcome in, sweetie. I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're okay. And it's got weight to it, you know. It's, you can tell it's quality made and it's in real good shape. If you like an owl, that's your ticket. Okay, since Ellie is here, we're going to bring out the uranium glass. And as I showed you, it is definitely uranium glass. You would even say it glows, right? Beth said 10. I'm not letting that get away. So we will count this down for Beth if there's no other interest. So there we have it. We'll give it just a few minutes and we're going to start counting. So we're going to go once to Beth for $10 for this beautiful owl. Going twice to Beth for $10. He's got rhinestones on his head and rhinestones on its tail. It's just really beautiful. Final and last call. And we are sold to Beth because no one came in. Congrats, sweetie. That's beautiful. You know, if you're an owl lover, congratulations, sweetie. Get a bag for you. Congratulations, and you go into the bag here, the hat box. And there, Beth gets the owl. Congratulations. That's a good deal on that. We'll put him in a bag so he'll be safe and secure. And thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And that goes to Beth. And her name also goes into the hat box. And tonight, guys, it's going to be a $5 credit with me, redeemable at any time. So in Beth goes with Leslie and the other, whoever that other one was. I don't remember. Isn't that awful? Let me make sure my transmission. We thank you very much, Beth. That is gorgeous. And let me straighten that up. So next up is this beautiful uranium glass. That's got a heck of a glow to it. And I think things that are older back in the day had this more of that in there. And they kind of outlawed that. And Ellie, she had surgery. She said still pretty sore, but getting better little by little. Yeah, Ellie, she's had some surgery done, so Ellie will keep you in our prayers. And we'll start this out for $7. That's cheap for uranium glass because uranium glass is hard to get a hold of. Yeah, it's pretty. Look at that glow on that thing. Yeah, anywhere that light hits, it's bam. So there we go. Yeah, sometimes our we get have surgery and we can't wait to be able to do the things we used to. Thank you, Leslie. And it kind of puts a little stick in our day, because we're used to doing things. That's a that's a glow bright, let me tell you. So there's that. If anyone's interested, is if you don't have any uranium glass and you'd like to have some, opportunity is knocking. So there it is. Yeah, it could be, Brian. You're right. It looks like it could be a drinking glass. Very true. Yeah, I know a lot of people collect these things. They're crazy about uranium glass. So Ellie said 7. She goes, that ain't getting away from me, and she said Gina's got my number. Okay, I see Ellie at 7. So if anyone else is interested, they need to come back in at 8 or better. If not, we're going to sell this uranium beauty to Ellie and welcome in Mia. Sorry about the first time. I had to start over again. But there it is. It's beautiful. This is not really, really heavy, but it is uranium, and I know people do collect it. So I don't see any other interest in the chat. So we're going to start counting this down for Ellie. Look at that glow. Could you imagine how this would glow with all in the dark? So we're going to go once to Ellie for 7. Going twice to Ellie for 7. Final and last call. And it looks like Ellie is going to get another uranium glass piece. Good job, because it's sold to Ellie. Thank you so much, hon. That's for you. And you are going to go in the hat box for that end of the night $5 credit. So we'll set that over here. So while I was over there, after I put Ellie's name in there, because if I don't, I'll forget, I have something else that may be really interesting to someone in the chat. And there's Ellie's name, and she shall go into the box along with the others. Congratulations. And thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. So, hey, Kel, welcome in, sweetie. We have any Fostoria lovers out there? We know one thing about Fostoria is very collectible, and you don't come across it very often. Let me measure this. It is just a couple marks over the 7 inches. These are absolutely vintage. And let me go in and see. I think they had a name to them, and let me take a look. I do have 6. I unwrapped 1 because, the other 5 look like this. So that way, whoever gets them when I prepare to ship them, that will Some of them will already be wrapped, of course, with a flare because I add to it. So let me find my gallery. Fostoria is a very sought after item and has been for a long time now. Let me find it. I think there's a certain name behind this. Let's see. Let me bring that down. I just happened to get lucky and find them. So there is a name to them. And since I slept since then, I had to look it up. So this is a Fostoria Virginia Green iced tea glass. It's 6 and 7/8 inches tall and 3.5 inches wide. I do have 6 of them, and I'm going to start all 6 of them for $15. Can y'all see the math? Can you see the math in that equation? So here they are, guys. And I'm telling you, they're when you go to buy them, I look like I'm a very low on the totem pole on price, but since I know what I paid for them, I'm going to do what I want to because I'm like that. No, I'm kidding. So I see Brian in at 15, and what a wise man you are, Brian. Public math, public math. They're gorgeous, guys. There's 6 of them, I guarantee you. I just didn't unwrap them because they're normally wrapped, and I do an additional pink. I've got this stuff. I pull it out, and it has bumps in it, and I wrap it. So if your box looks like a pink princess, you'll know why. Yeah, they're rare. So we had Brian in at 15, and Brian said, "Would you shut up and call it?" Hey, Minnie, sweetheart, welcome in. So I don't see anyone fighting Brian or pulling his hair or pushing him. So we're going to start calling this down for Brian. So we're going to go once to Brian, going twice to Brian. Opportunity, guys. Opportunity. Final and last call. Gorgeous. So they do have a Fostoria Virginia Green. And we are sold to Brian all 6 for 15. Now that my dear is a steal of a deal. Congrats, Brian. Okay. And you go into the box of plenty over here. Let me write your name down. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I've seen a lot of familiar faces, and it's just so good to see you guys. I really appreciate it. Does my heart good to see you guys out there. And if you talk to the UPS people, they'd say, "What heart?" No, I'm kidding. Said she's awful. Hey. Yeah, Minnie, she knows what she's doing now. When she goes in for something, she don't play. Alrighty then. Now something a little different. Since I've had these for a while, and I think I've got another set. Somewhere I've got another. I found one, and I can't find the other. Look at this. I think that's raining on my parade. Look at that. And they are candle holders, guys. And there are 2. And they have, this is so neat. It's got controlled bubbles in it. And you got your fishy. I need to take a quick picture, guys, because I slept since then, but they are pretty novel and they do weigh. And I'll give you a little turn there so you can see all the fish. Look how cute. Controlled bubbles in that. They weigh now. Hey, thrifter of primitive and vintage, welcome in. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. And I've had these for a long time, and it's time to part ways. Thank you so much for coming in, thrifter of primitive. I appreciate that. It's time to get rid of and replenish, and y'all know how I roll. So let's take a look, guys. Since I probably slept, it's been a couple years ago, and I probably slept since then. I tell you, these people on Facebook, if every time they post something, I get a notification. It gets on my nerves. Let's see, search image. Who cares? When someone posts on Facebook, well, just I'm in so and so. You know what you're doing? You're just saying, I'm not at home. So it says the thieves, they're not home. So I'm going to go over and break in their house. Now, people really need to think about that. And with the way things are going on today, I wouldn't say where I was because that would mean I wasn't home. And it's asking for trouble. Just saying. So, oh dear me. I mean, Facebook's a good thing, but do we really need to know everything you're doing? You know? So, and these are hand blown, by the way. So, I do have a set, and I see what they're going for, and they are hand blown. And I am going to do a mathematical equation. Be careful, I was never good at math. Just kidding. So I have a set. We're going for the set. I'm going to do these for $20 for the set. Holy crap. Excuse my French there. So if you like that Sea World look, and you like, they are candle holders, by the way, and 2 are selling right now for $35 online. All you gotta do is go on there and look. It does have the controlled bubbles in it. They are amazing. They do have weight to them. I think someone who had an aquarium would really fall in love with these. I just was amazed by it because they had different fish in there. See that striped one right there in the air? But I mean, these are, isn't that amazing? The life in the aquarium right there for you. So if you would so happen to change your mind, all you got to do is email me and we will get these right out to you. Just saying. Because, let's see. Remember. Okay. Now, this show only, there's going to be a price drop. And I'm going to drop, now, guys, I'm telling you, I'm going to drop these down to $15 for the pair. 15. And you don't have to feed the fish and clean their tank out when it gets all nasty, but the pair is 15. And that, my friends, is a deal. Now, say if someone was to contact me in an email, I want those fish candle holders for 15. They go back to 18. It's this show only. And they are spectacular. I like the detail in those. Just really amazing. And I think I've got two more of them, if I'm not mistaken. So, if anyone wants to claim these before in the middle of the show, at the end of the show, you may do so for that price, but only today will we be offering at that wonderful low price. So, put them over there. Okay. Now that your appetite is wet for glass, then we shall resume with Murano glass. We all know Murano glass is not inexpensive by any mark. Oh, I had a fish brooch in here. There's a sun brooch right there. There's another brooch right. No, it's missing. No, it's not. Or is it? No. I found an amazing brooch today as I was going through my stuff, but not a for sale brooch. Because this thing, I know I paid good money for it, so I can't part with it, not yet. So, okay, now we are looking. Okay, did I miss it? Yeah, they're candle holders, sweetheart. Yeah, I think I think these would be really fascinating, even in a child's room, to put like in a windowsill when the light shines through them. Yeah. See, you can see that right there. And they're good. They're heavy. They really are. And they are hand blown. It's got fish in there. It's neat how the fish, I mean, I don't know how they done that. So evidently there was more layering going on during the process of this. So there we have it. Because like you see a fish here, but there's also one back here. I mean, I don't know how they did that. It would be fun. Wouldn't it be fun to watch them do that? I mean, they're not all just on the outside. There's some beyond the other, and there's bubbles. So that was whoever did that. It took a little time to do it. I think it would be fun to go in a glass factory and watch them do the blowing of the glass. Alrighty then. So now coming up, the granddaddy of all glass and what every glass wants to be when it wakes up in the morning. Yeah, is Murano glass. And this sells for a pretty penny online. It is the most beautiful teal and blue color. And it says something, it's a vase. Now, it's short for a vase. And being that, let me give you a measure, being that it is Murano, the most collectible glass out there, might I add. Let me give you a measurement on it. It's almost about 4 marks off being 5 inches. It is the most beautiful. I could imagine this. I wish I had a candle. And we're going to start this at 15. It might be small, but I know what it's worth. And it is amazing, just saying. Look at that. It looks like the ocean in there, guys. Still got the tag on it. And it's made in Italy. It does indicate that on the bottom. made in Italy, if I can get my act together here. And it's Murano. It has that Murano tag, so we know someone didn't just stick a tag on it and call it Murano because it's right there. And Murano glass is very distinguishable among the glasses, and it's just gorgeous. In the hands of someone else, this may be a lot higher than 15. I'm almost sure it would be. Look at the opening. It almost looks like a flower. I'll give you a measurement across. 7 inches across from petal to petal. It's just beautiful. It reminds me of the sea. It's just so gorgeous. Just a very beautiful, beautiful piece. So there's that one. And while I get a drink here, but some people collect Murano glass. It would be beautiful in anyone's collection. Some people do collect shades of Murano glass as well. So if you change your mind, this little beauty will be hanging out over here on the sideboard over here. Preferably not in front of the Wi-Fi because it wants to act up. We don't want that, so we'll move it right there. Alrighty then. Since I have something directly to the left of me here, we'll just start with that. If you like, yeah, Brian, he's a sweetheart. If you like candy dishes, if you like the kind of candy dish that I'm getting ready to show you that is vintage, up one side and down the other, then you'll love this. Let me go and look right quick. I mean, we're not, I really, when I go out, vintage is what I look for. I'm drawn to it. It's something that I enjoy doing. What did you write down, Brian? Yeah, Brian's a good fella. Just one of the many wonderful people, and I just adopted him. I'm his older sister, his older mouthy sister. He's probably sitting there rolling and laughing. But yeah, I adopt people. When I really love someone, I adopt them. Brian's looking around for room. Bless your heart, Brian. Whenever you get to feeling better, you might want to build your shelf. Just saying. All right, this is a Cristal des Arbres candy or trinket dish with a lid possibly in the cardage or long camp pattern. You want to talk about fancy. Just looking to where everything is fair. Let me see how old this thing is. Oh, yes, it's quite stunning. Let's see if we can nail down an age on this. It is 6 3/4 inch bowl and 8 inches tall with lid, 24% lead crystal. Yes, Sissy Winks, you have a brother. He's all about, I think he's in his 50s and he has real dark hair. He's real thin and he's a sweetheart. Yes, he is a sweetheart. And he puts up with me, and that's a plus in his favor. He said, man, she's direct. Okay, I don't see a date. Yep. So, with that being said, as you can see inside there, you do have the lip for that. And we're going to start this at $12. That is like bringing it to your home and handing it to you. So, there we have much beauty right here. Leslie said 12. She likes the way that looks. And I don't blame you, Leslie, because it is the upper crust. So we have Leslie in it. Every candy dish. Uh-oh. Y'all hear that sound? It's got a degree of crystal in it. So we have Leslie at 12. How beautiful is this? And that's what it sounds like. Hang on just a second. I don't want to embellish something when it's not. It is crystal. Duh. It's crystal. We never want to embellish our sales. Brian said she's about as blunt as they come. So we see Leslie in at that $12 bid. So if there's any other interest, we'll have to see at least $14 on this beauty. If not, we will start calling this down for Miss Leslie. Man, this would make any room pop. I think this is one of the prettier ones I've found. Hey, Tammy, welcome in, sweetie. Good to see you. So I don't see anyone pushing Leslie out of the way for this. So we're going to start calling this down. Yes, it is gorgeous. So we are going to go once to Miss Leslie. Going twice. It's about that big. Final and last warning for the goodness here. Oh, this is beautiful. Fair warning, fair warning. I'm going to give a second. Don't see anyone coming in. So we are sold to Miss Leslie for $12. And what a deal that was. Congratulations, sweetie. You got it. You got it, girl. That is so beautiful. I don't think I've ever found one that is this beautiful. And who knows, I could have, I just don't remember, but this is in the top. Let me tell you, congratulations, Leslie. I appreciate that. I tell you, when you start buying glass, if you have an appreciation for glass and you start buying it, it gets in your bloodstream. Ask Brian, he knows. He said, I can't believe she just said that. And you, my dear, are going into the hat box. Brian's used to me, guys. He knows, he laughs about it and goes on. Okay, Leslie is going in the box. I just really love bringing beautiful glass. I mean, it never gets old, guys. I go out there and I'm like a bloodhound. And when I see something that I find that is above average, then normally it's coming home with me. And this is one of those. And whoops. Very lovely. And with the holidays briskly approaching, that'll be a good one. Alrighty then, moving on. What is next? This may bring back a lot of memories to you guys because it is Avon. More than likely it held powder or some kind of cosmetic thing. And There are just a couple, I mean, there are condition issues, probably where somebody stuck a sticker or something, and there is a little break in the pattern. But this is from the 1960s, and for what it is, it's pretty amazing, and it's milk glass. And you have your signature mark that is always associated with Avon right there. That's why I kind of knew what it was when I picked it up. This can be used as, is it marked on the bottom? It could be. I don't see anything, but it's absolutely Avon. And we'll start this at 10, and that's cheap. To get a milk glass, emphasis on milk glass, it could either hold powder, or it probably held powder or some kind of cosmetic like lotion or something. I mean, that's unheard of. You know, it has to be old because you don't see milk glass. That Avon cross I found made by Avon is vintage. All right, Brian. Yeah, Avon, people still collect Avon. And some of these Avon perfume bottles out in the wild are worth a lot of money. You just have to know which one is which. And I'll give you a measurement. I think it's cooling down outside. I think we're due for some like 80-degree weather. It held cream, right? Big old 5 inches tall. It's in, except for these little condition issues, which, I don't know. Someone may have stuck something on there to keep the lid from falling off, but the rest of it is fine. And to get something like this for $10 that is milk glass is unheard of. Speaking of milk glass, my earrings are milk glass and my bracelet is milk glass, and that came from Raven's Chest Doug. This came from Tanya. That came from Doug, that ring right there. That came from Christy, Ladies Who Loop. And I never go anywhere without my Laura bracelet and the coordinating ring. Don't leave the house without it. If I can't find it, I get really anxious. Yeah, Doug's a good guy. Here's her inside. He's really a good guy. Man, he can kill you though with his. You're welcome, Laura. I'm telling you, I cannot leave the house without it. Maybe maybe I know I'm taking Laura with me. Maybe that's what it is. Ellie said I have an old Avon perfume bottle that looks like a white French poodle sitting up on its hind legs, and I bet that's worth some money, Ellie. I bet you it is. Some of those Avon bottles and other Avon items can be rather collectible, especially if, from bygone years. But these are clips, but they're so comfortable. You know how clips do. About 2 hours in, you're ready to scream, but not these. Alrighty then, moving on. Is this the one that had the pearls? All right. So, and Beth said she has a whole box of old Avon bottles. Beth, you might want to kind of look into them because I know that some of those bottles fetch a pretty penny. They really do, depending on what they are. So you could be sitting on a fortune out there and not know it. I have an Avon cologne bottle that is green glass. Yeah, Avon, the number one men's cologne was Wild Country. And I can't remember any other scent other than that Wild Country. They were notorious for that. And of course, you had, yeah, Brian, share it. Yeah, Beth, because there's people out there that's looking for these bottles like that. They really are. And, you know, some of them are pretty, you know, a lot of times we collect things and they're in a box somewhere and they're not displayed and the thrill is left. So sometimes selling them is the best option. Yeah, they are. Alrighty, then we're going to switch it up just a little bit and we're going to come out with a Brighton purse. And this is more for, well, some ladies like Brighton. This is Brighton and it's got like a turtle shell looking yellow. It's in really good shape. And if you like Brighton, and I'll show you the tag, I have to do its innards to show you. And here's your Brighton tag right there. And this is a small one, guys, but you do have an additional part that unzips. And we'll start this one at $12 because, after all, it is Brighton. And, you know, Brighton does fetch a pretty penny. If you look inside, you do have room for your cards. This is in excellent condition. I know in other hands it would be sold for much higher, just saying. But it is Brighton. I'll give you a measurement on it. The lining is perfect, and that don't happen. Especially, there's your lining, and it's perfect. It's clean as a pin. And I'll give you a measurement for those days that you don't want to carry a big, bulky purse. Oh, yeah, Brighton is all that and then some. And you have an adjustable crossbody on this one. And I'll give you a measurement. This kind of, well, a lot of ladies just do not like carrying a big purse. I'm planning on switching purses myself. I'll give you a measurement. A teen girl would love this. Just saying. 9.5 inches long. And I got to watch that pin in my dress. And it's almost 7 inches deep. And you do have adjustability. You do have that. It's like a turtle shell looking thing on it. And it does match. Here's the back. There's no ink pen marks, which is amazing. And there you go. There's the back of it. And it is Brighton crossbody. I guess one of those purses where you didn't want to pack a lot of stuff. You just throw it over your shoulder and away you go. But that's really a good deal on that. And there it is, Brighton. So, since this has been in my life way too long, we're going to lower this to $10. This is a steal of a deal. If you wanted to resell it, and because it's in good condition, this is dropped to $10 for a Brighton. Shoot, you can even get a Brighton wallet for $10. Oh, yes, that's an excellent price. See that turtle kind of shell motif on that? Hey, Rebecca, dearie, welcome in. Rebecca said she's taking that at 10 and she don't want to hear nothing else. No, I'm kidding. So Rebecca's in at 10 and she's about to get a beautiful purse here, just saying. See, sometimes I will lower things depending upon how long I've had these. So I see Rebecca in at 10 and welcome in, sweetheart. So we're going to call this down. So time is of the essence. So We're going to go once to Rebecca for that $10 bid. The handle's in wonderful condition. See, this is something about a good purse. Going twice. If you have a good purse, you're not going to have any fraying on the handle like that. It's in perfect condition. And in fact, it just might be vintage. I don't think I'm going out on a limb to say that. Final and last call, major adjustability on this piece. Crossbody. Fair warning. You even have fancy little where it connects. Now, Brighton is not known for being a slouch. So we are sold to Rebecca. Yay! There are no, I mean, you won't believe this, Rebecca. When you get this and you look at this purse, congratulations, sweetheart. Thank you, Mama Chola. I'm a little feisty, though, I have to admit. You will not believe, I would say this is vintage. Congratulations. It is just, a lot of purses people carry pins and you see ink marks, and they are a pain to get out. And the minute that you use hairspray, what does hairspray do when it hits a piece of fabric with ink on it? It's over. So congratulations, Rebecca. So, Rebecca. See, sometimes, guys, I can be a little more lenient on some of these things, especially if I've had them for a long time. And I like to do that because I think in a lot of ways that shows major appreciation for those. Mama Chola said she's feisty too. Guys, I get it from my grandmother on my dad's side. She was like 5 foot nothing, and she was a ball of fire. I'm telling you. She had 2 daughters and 2 sons, and her youngest son, my uncle, was always in trouble. So she ruled with an iron wooden spoon. Congratulations, Rebecca. That's where I get it from, and I get it honest. Let me tell you. I actually haven't been this sassy all my life. It was an acquired thing. And Rebecca goes into the hat, the box of names, the hat box. And thank you guys for being here. I've seen so many familiar faces, and I really appreciate you guys being here. Next. Tea, anyone? One lump or two? A lot of times your lumps depend upon how bad you've been. No, I'm kidding. We have this beautiful international silver, and all the pieces are marked. The tray can be cleaned. Minnie said she's in big trouble. Now, normally I am notorious for, I just really go above and beyond sometimes, but this can be cleaned. Every piece you are seeing is international silver. It's silver plated. Yes, this does need to be cleaned. And just to use just maybe, I've used like a silver cleaning cloth like from Walmart. International Silver Company, silver plated. Let me get it up here. And all 3 pieces. How often, guys, do you find 3 pieces? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, counting the lid. You got to see my last video post. It has my new intro and, of course, my Fur baby, Mr. Cutie. Oh, I've got I've got a couple of Chihuahuas myself. Now, International Silver Company is known for making fantastic items, and to get to see the true appreciation of what is coming your way, I'll bring it in. Now, how gorgeous is that? And yes, every piece matches the next. Then we have our sugar bowl with the lid, which is almost unheard of, matches, and the creamer as well. So, with that being said, I'm going to start the whole set of this for 30 bucks. So it does need to be cleaned. It does have a very intricate design, and I could just see this gorgeous nice. My grandparents got me into tea. If I ever had a bad day or problem, they would say, "Sit down and let's have a cup of tea and talk about it." Yes, it is. Minnie said 30. I don't have to yank her chain any further. That is a deal. And guys, when I get a deal, so do you. So we see Minnie at $30, and this is the most magnificent. And we know it's worth more, but I know what I paid for it. And when I get a deal, you get a deal. Minnie said, "Shut up and count it down immediately." So, yes, because I'm the dream maker. I've never broken it. Yes, I have broke some hearts before, but it was for a good reason. I used to be a tea drinker. Now I drink whiskey. Oh, Lord. And a redhead. She's probably as mean as a snake when she's drinking. No, I'm kidding. So we're going to go once to Minnie for 30 bucks. Oh, when this is cleaned up, when they walk into Minnie's home, they'll say, "Hey, this lady, so she got real style going twice." Final and last call. Thank you, Mama Chola. And we are sold to many. This whole beautiful, decadent, outstanding, above average is sold to you. Congrats, sweetie. Just say, how could she have sold that for that price? Because I know what I paid for it. Couldn't you imagine this clean? Oh my goodness. And then he goes into the somebody, if you display that, you're welcome, sweetheart. You are so welcome. I could just see this displayed in Minnie's home, and the minute someone sees this, they take their shoes off at the door because they know they have entered a lady's home and they should mind their manners, right? Congratulations, honey. It's all yours. Oh, you're going to love it. Just a little bit of cleaning. And then he goes into the box of plenty. Oh my gosh, I could just, I can't even speak right now. In you go, Minnie. Thank you so much. I bet there's some people gritting their teeth right now out there. That's one thing about me. I know what I pay for it, and nobody tells me what to sell something for because I do what I want. Just ask my husband. I do what I want, but it's nothing bad. So there's that. So moving on. He's been married to me for 42 years, and he knows how I am. Like the old saying goes, don't start none, and there won't be none. He's pretty cool, I have to admit. He knows when I get upset and he's done pushed the wrong button. He's a good guy. I always say, guys, if the two people totally agree in a marriage, there's only one doing the thinking. So say, man, where does she get these sayings? I have men's and women's socks, free socks for everyone. I need a sock. It's getting cool up here. Hot off the press. Oh, God, guys. You're going to love this one as well. So Minnie, that's Minnie's first tea set, and she starts out with a bang. That's my girl Minnie. And Leslie's been married for 37. And it takes a lot of teeth gritting, and sometimes you feel like killing them, but you love them and you don't want to have a funeral. No, I'm kidding. I think marriage is something that when you make a commitment to say, unless he's a rear end, and if he puts his hands on you, then that's allowable. But, I think a marriage is a commitment, and you can't run out when the going gets tough. That's when you learn to respect one another and stuff. You're not kidding. I don't want my shoes in my house. Come get your free socks. It's going to take Brian a while. He has a lot of glass to step over. Brian said, I can't believe she said that, but I know her and I love her anyway, but I know she's like that. Okay, guys, I'll quit yakking this. I seem to find a lot of anchor hawking. Yeah, that's true, Beth. You have to learn what battles are worth fighting. And if someone's not willing to compromise and want everything one way, then you can't. It's selfish. You have to learn. It's a give take situation. And if you're giving more and they're taking more and they disrespect you, that's where the problem comes in, because we're all people. And thank you for the hearts. And so look at this, guys. Rebecca said, I smell a conspiracy. And Ellie said, celebrating our 40th next month. He's taking such good care of me since my surgery. That's so good. You're going to get me giggling, Mama Chola, and then respect, right? Respect and see sometimes what is so bad is when people get in-laws that you marry into the family and they don't like that person. I'm not speaking from experience. And they don't like you because for some stupid reason. But yet, you're in love with each other, but his side don't like you. Not that I'm speaking from experience. And sometimes they have to make their mind up. And the guy's got to say, look, you're my family, but that's my wife. And you will respect her. And the old saying that goes, he who is perfect shall judge me. And Beth has been married for 10 years. And guys, I tell you, to make it to 5 years, maybe 3 years, Today, it's just, people do not, they just don't make it. And Brian always respects the lady, and I can tell. But sometimes you got to say, look here, I chose my wife. Hey, Gigi, welcome in. I chose my wife. I love her. And you're not going to treat her like that. Because if you do, bye. It's about respect. So we have a beautiful anchor hocking divided. Look at that, guys. It's divided. It is anchor hocking. It's rather large. And you get the bowl. Look at this bowl that matches. Now, you want to talk about fan freaking tastic. Thank you, Gigi, and thank you for coming in. It's over 13 inches of gorgeous vintage anchor hocking, might I add. But as you can see, I'm going to have to start this at 15 because, hey, I'm going to have to pack this, guys. And so, 15 is really a steal, if you ask me. Look at that beautiful anchor hocking. And Minnie said true words. Minnie has been married going on 57 years. Congratulations, Minnie. And I'm sure that during that time you've had your ups and downs. And, you know, congratulations, sweetie. It's wonderful. So we're starting this anchor hocking set at 15. That's cheap. And remember, I have to wrap it. So I have to prepare for shipping. And it's got this beautiful bowl to it. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that swirl. Entertaining, the holidays are coming. I'm telling you, Mama Chola, many will tell you. Right. Because no one's perfect. And, I sold Minnie a punch bowl with a base, and it had 12 cups to it, and it was big. Let me tell you, it was like this and the cups, and it made it there in one piece. So I'm used to doing it. I always have a method to my madness. Always. When I sell something like this, I know exactly what I'm going to do because I've had some experience. But it is beautiful anchor hocking. Look how big that is. With the coordinating bowl. A lot of times these bowls get broken, but not today because we have a beautiful ensemble. I could see why that would be a very nice table, especially during the holidays if you have a lot of family over, and you could put some kind of have vegetables and put some kind of dip right there. Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I tell you, I've packed some things that you wouldn't believe. I don't even believe it, and I did it. They're like, Lord have mercy, woman. Let's see. Moving on. Well, I always have a game plan. I know if it's sold, it has to be shipped, and I pretty much have a game plan. Because if you don't have a game plan, oh boy, are you in trouble. Thank you, Mama Chola. Okay, now moving on to this. What did I do with the bait? Now this is going to create some buzz, guys. You've probably seen this in a short, and you're saying to yourself, what in the world does she have? Let me find that light. We need to embellish this a little bit. AB coated crystal. You have, this is like a bluish black. And this is a necklace, guys. And I will warn you, it is heavy, but it is gorgeous. See, they account for that weight with that spring ring right there. Beautiful AB crystal. You talking about, and with the holidays coming, you talk about drop dead gorgeous. I don't want to have too much light. This baby's going up. It is, I'll give you a measurement on it because I know you're curious. And it's got some weight to it. I have never seen an AB crystal necklace like this. All right, where's my. Oh dear me, it is gorgeous. The first, hang on just a second. Let me get this laid out correctly. Let's see here. And see, they have accounted for the weight with this spring ring clasp. Look at that. Let me get my cup out of the way here. And layer number 1 is coming in. Man, this is a long, beautiful necklace. What? 32 inches. And then the second layer. Man, I don't think you could take this necklace if it had too many layers to it. Oh, dear me. And that one's 34. Minnie, I am so glad you got that tea set because I think you will be very happy with it. And look at that. Just take a look at those beads. I mean, we're not whistling Dixie here. We're singing the whole chorus. We're going to start this necklace at 20 bucks. $20. I have seen these go. You know what this would go for? Beautiful AB crystals, red glass. This is, it looks black, but it's blue, and it is beautiful. Let's see here without knocking my head, a bug winding. You know, I've seen necklaces a lot less than this sell for big bucks, just saying. So it's going to be long, guys. It's not going to be choker. A lot of the AB crystals are short as all get out because I've got quite a few. Well, you know me, I don't have eyes in the back of my head. So here's what it's going to look like. That's beautiful. That is what it looks like. It is gorgeous, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, they're blue and red, Rebecca. I thought they were black, but they are blue. And it's heavy now, I'm telling you. But it is spectacular. Beautiful, beautiful. I tell you, these AB crystal, if you've ever been in an auction and you've seen what these go for, this necklace would really be expensive. This is stunning, just saying. Hey Clint, welcome in. But those are blue. I know they look black, but they are blue. Couldn't you imagine wearing this on New Year's Eve with but it is heavy. It is gorgeous, though. Any way you turn it, it's going to sparkle. It's really beautiful. Yes, it is because, if this was being sold by someone else, it would be a lot more than that. Just saying, because AV crystals, especially, a lot of times, a lot of the necklaces are real tiny. I think that when those necklaces was made back in the day, there McDonald's was not invented yet. Just saying. But boy, is she a beauty. Gorgeous either way you turn it. She's blinging out there. This is heavy, I'm telling you. It's beautiful though. That's a lot of AB crystals. I think the AB crystal coating came out, I think it was 50s or the 60s. And there's been questions asked like, will it come off? No, it won't. It will not come it will not come off. Yeah, don't forget that thumbs up, but it is beautiful AB crystal. So we'll put that over here. That's quite the necklace, just saying. Alrighty then. See what else is in here. I don't think there's anything else. Aha! I was wondering where this beautiful little thing was. This is so lacy and delicate. It's really beautiful. I was wondering where that went to. You see, I had in my short, I had some stuff that you guys hadn't seen. So 1954 when used in first, 1956 if not I'm mistaken. Yeah, and it was really very interesting. It became all. Look at this. Now you want to talk about fancy, and here's the back side of it. This is really. I think I googled this, and I think it's Hazel Atlas, but let me confirm. Hazel Atlas. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of these treasures are almost gone, guys. Zervosky. Yep. Let me find that. Where's it at? Where's it at? Aha. No, 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 no. Aha. This is a vintage Hazel Atlas jewel pattern divided relish dish, likely from the 1950s. And the pattern that you're seeing is referred to as the jewel pattern. This is fancy. So, there are some that exist out there. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is crazy. I'm going to start this at $10. It's very, very much worth it. Let me give you a measurement. Can't find these things. I mean, they do exist. It's 10 inches across and approximately 5.5 inches. Yeah, Brian's got about every color you can imagine. Isn't that gorgeous? But it is Hazel Atlas. This is very, very fancy, guys. When I seen it, I was drawn to it. But it is a beautiful piece. Hazel Atlas. From the feel of it, it's pressed, I think it's pressed glass. Minnie said 10 because she's got a killer tea set and she needs some accessories to go along with it. So Minnie's in at 10, and how beautiful is that? Looks like a fish. Yeah, you got a good point there. So I see Minnie at 10. Oh, yeah, I see what you mean, Brian. So we're going to start counting this gorgeous piece down for Minnie. So we are going once to Minnie. Not that big. Oh my gosh, I can't even talk at this moment. I'm just thinking about going twice. Say, boy, if she can't talk, there is something wrong. All right, going twice. Final and last call. And we are sold to Minnie. Congratulations. I could see this with some kind of fancy little cookies in it or something. Congratulations, sweetie. All right, where's my paper? Don't tell me I've used it all. During Christmas with Minnie will definitely be set for sure. Congratulations. And thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. That goes to Miss Minnie. Congratulations. Yay. Okay, Leslie, I'm about ready to go in another room and get a purse out. She goes, oh no, not the vintage purse. Oh, yes. Said, boy, I tell you. Well, see, you guys, I know what you guys like. And really, reselling is like, in a way, you have to kind of suggestive sell. And sometimes what you say about an item goes a long way. Not that you're trying to deceive anyone, but it's all part of the selling. You got to know what you're talking about. So I will put Minnie in the box. It's all about that. I would I would like the tray and the bowl for 15, please, and invoice me tonight. You got it, girlfriend. Okay, the Anchor Hawking. You got it, girl. You got it. Because, suggestive selling, that's just knowing what you got and making suggestions on how to use it. Right, right. And Minnie is going in there twice. And why? Because she just bought another item. Thank you very much. Okay, Minnie, number one. Yeah, because I think I have the right box for everything, so I'll be a busy little elf. So not a problem. I've done so much glass that shoot, I could probably do it in my sleep. Yes, you got it. Here's what I do. I get the box and all the wrapping stuff and go down in the living room and sit and spread eagle on the carpet, then that's where the magic happens. Just saying. Whoa, two for many. I just like to spread out. I'm still working on this room over there, and it looks better, you know. Alrighty then, let's put this over here. But you know, once you get your dimensions down on stuff and you pretty much know how you can do it, there's no problem. And I've had major experience. It's got caught on my. Hang on, I'm going to go get that purse and I'll be right back. You guys are thinking, I know what she's doing and she's just about to kill us. No, I'm harmless. Fabulous. There's the bottom of it. You have one fancy little handle. Let me see if this is marked. I don't know if it is or not. It should be if it's not, but oftentimes, you know, you get one. Oh my God, look at that lining on that purse. Whew, mercy. And it is perfect. Satin. Leslie said she had a plan, didn't she? So, let me see that in before. Let me give you a measurement while visions of beautiful purses dance through your head. And no telling, I've got an old, what's the name of that? It's almost 8.5 inches long. It's gold tone. The metal on it is perfection. 5 inches deep. I mean, there is not a bad spot on this, and we're starting it at $20. And this is how if I was sporting this is how I would carry it as I was gliding through the room. That is a heck. There is not one bead out of place. Not one. I know, Gigi, sometimes we get into those lags and it's hard to get out of them. Honey, it doesn't have a name to it. Let me look one more time. It should, but it doesn't. Oh, wait a minute here. No, it has the most exquisite lining in it. It is clean as a pin. You do have an additional thing. Okay, let's see where we're at in the process. We have Ellie at 22, but Leslie says I'm coming back at 24. This is very lovely, and it is gold tone. None of the metal on this is affected at all, and it is beautiful. Auction action coming on. 26 by Ellie. There's your bottom. There is not one bead missing or nothing frayed on this purse. 28 with Leslie. I had this purse, and I'm not kidding. It was silver, and it was blingy, and it had the biggest. It had a knob on it that looked like a diamond, and my daughter bought it for me for Christmas. So Ellie is out. So we're going to call this down for Leslie. Thank you, Ellie, so much for your bids. So we're going to go once to Leslie for 28, going twice to Leslie for her bid of 28. Oh, this is divine. Final and last call. What a beauty that is. And we are sold to Miss Leslie, the second gorgeous purse she picked up tonight. Congratulations, and thank you, Ellie, for your bids as well. Man, that thing's, I mean, there's not, it makes me dizzy thinking about it. Congrats, Leslie. It's so pretty. And you're going into the hat box. What was the name of that purse? I've got one that's vintage. What is the name of that high dollar purse? I'll think of it here in the middle of the night. But it's a brand name and it's vintage. I know it really is, because whoever had that took good care of it. Shoot, it looks like it's never been used. In you go. In you go. You're welcome, Miss Leslie. And we will put your beautiful purse, and man, is it gorgeous. Right over with your other purse besides Beth's, or this other Rebecca's purse, excuse me. Okay, coming up at you next. Those are Brian's cups. Oh, me and my punch bowls. I'm telling you, I'll put Minnie's tea set right there. You just might have seen this because I went live with this. Voila. So the only punch bowl that I ever located was the one I sold to Minnie. And this is the second one. You do not find them with a base like that. So let me get the cups out, and I'll do a count. Okay. One. Excuse me. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's only 6 to this, but it's a smaller punch bowl. It's not very deep. So, of course, we all know it's vintage. You can tell by looking at it that it is. It has a really gorgeous pattern on it. And it's about 10 inches tall. Let me find my phone here. Excuse me. Let's go and look. let's hmm. I gotta scroll through the archives looking for it. Where's it at? Let's see. When did I buy that? I gotta think. I'm just gonna make a picture. It'd be easier because, but I know it is vintage. That's the only thing that I like to buy is the vintage because I know there's a big interest in it. You know, you always want to buy what people like, and I pretty much know. Okay. This is a vintage EAPG, early American pattern glass, and it's likely from the McKee Glass Company. That's M, capital M, small c, capital Kee. Let me see. This particular style is reminiscent of McKee's Tech Series or Concord pattern, and it's an early American pattern glass. So, with that being said, when we're talking that uh, early American stuff, we're talking some rare stuff. Just saying. Let me take a look. And it is pressed glass. So, decision time. Let me do the measuring. Oh, it's really pretty. 13 inches across, and it has a depth of 7 inches. Let me think. What did I pay for that? And we're going to start the set for 20 bucks. 20. You get six of the coordinating. There might be more because I may have one sitting out somewhere. I'm very notorious for selling things like this. And I will lift it up and I will show it to you. Heck, it would be pretty even to put, you could even put like some of that marble in this and make a planter out of it if you wanted to. Shoot. But I really like the scalloped edge on that one. Really beautiful. Yes, early American glass like this. And I just thought the base part was so fantastic. There's the bottom of it. Don't find very many based with the base as a punch bowl. And it's in really good condition. I tell you, I don't know how these things survive in these thrift shops. And the one that I buy from, man, you wouldn't believe the items that these people get. I mean, they could work until 5 years from now and still not be done. I mean, they do have a side part to their building that's several feet long that does house the donations. Every morning that they come, they're closed on Sundays. Every morning that they come in, there's stuff lined all along the door. So they do a pretty good business. They really do. Great business. So we'll set this over here very carefully, might I add. Always keep a box handy. All right, guys. Ooh, that glass is cold. It's over by the air conditioner. Where's that other? Oh, it's in there. I think we'll start with these first because I know y'all are interested. Yeah, it's getting ready to, we're about ready to have a weather change here. The next couple days, it'll be in the 80s. I mean, can you believe that August is almost gone, guys? And come Memorial, not Memorial, but come Labor Day, you know where I'm going to be because that consignment shop has a sale that day. Of course, I'm going to let the crowd die down because people get there before the store opens. And I am not, yeah, it's that time of year. And I tell you, they are very limited on their carts, and it's a big pain. And they're rotating stuff out constantly. So I'm not. I went early one time, and man, you couldn't buy a cart. You couldn't bribe somebody out of a cart. Okay, it was very frustrating. What do I do with my phone? I had so much junk, not junk, but things. Duh. Okay, let me take it. These are magnificent. I wish I could have got a hold of more of them, but they only had the two. But I couldn't pass them up. They were just too good. So I know you better, man. I tell you, it was crazy in there, and I was upset because I couldn't get a hold of the cart. Libby glass teardrop, and the color is juniper, and they are wine glasses. Let's see. And they called it. Look at this color, guys. I don't want this light to steal the glory of the color of these, so I'm gonna turn it down. Look at that. Brian said, "Oh no, she didn't." I'm afraid I did. I'm so guilty, but in a good way. So we have two of these Libby glass teardrop, and the color is juniper. It's really kind of a teal aqua kind of a, reminds me of a, like some waters in these, um, like when you go to different ports, like when you're on a cruise. Brian said, "Oh, she didn't." So I have two of them, and for I don't remember I paid for these. This is crazy ridiculous. I'm going to do the pair for $7. $7. And there are a pair. That's cheap, guys. Look at that gorgeous. Of course, they do need to be cleaned up, but look at that gorgeous. Brian said seven. So she's up there setting me up. So we have Brian, and they are so beautiful. So we have Brian at 7. Boy, don't I wished I could have got a hold of more of these, but I can only get my hands on 2. So we have Brian in at 7. And if I don't see any other interest, we will start calling these down for Brian. Oh gosh, the color is heavenly. So we're going to go once to Brian for that $7 bid. going twice to Brian for $7. Final and last call. And we are sold to Brian. Congratulations. They're just such a beautiful color. Sold to Brian. $7. And Brian goes into the think tank with the other people. Congratulations. I'm kind of looking forward to the cooler weather. I love spring and I love fall. There's just something in the air during those times of year that I really like. And Brian goes in the think tank with the rest of the thinkers in there. Next, I wished I knew where that daggone. Uh-oh. Now this is a little different. I don't know if you guys will like this or not, but I did pull it out of this bag. Brian, you are just going to fall in love with this color. Like love at first sight. Look at this cutie patootie that I've got. Here, let me get it open. It is adorable, just saying. Do we have any music fans out there? Anyone like pianos? Because we have this. There's a lot of oh knowing going on out there. Look at that piano. You know what, guys? If I was one of the type of people that'd pack a pistol, wouldn't this be a good one to pack one of those little Saturday night specials in? This is a look. This is beaded as well. It's a piano, and it's very interesting. And it zips like this, like that. Isn't it adorable? And it's totally covered with beads. So I'm going to start this since we do have a lot of involved bead work, I'm going to start this one at 12 because it is cute. It is a crossbody. You could fit one of those little, and no one would be none the wiser. What would you use for? It's a novelty, Brian. If you're going off somewhere or something and you don't want to carry a bunch of stuff, you could just put like something like, say, your license, your credit, debit cards, a little lipstick. It's a purse. Yeah, it's a purse. Crossbody, cute as a button. And it is a piano. That and the zipper's in really good shape. It doesn't have a name on it. You could put, but yeah, that would be perfect for. Let me see. It does have a tag. Like most things, made in China. But it would be, you could put it. Just make sure you have the safety on lip gloss before you put it in there. And can't you see where I'm coming from? Wouldn't that like one of those little small, but it would be cute. I've never, some people do pack those because it's so darn dangerous out there these days. You know what, guys? but I thought it was adorable. It has a little sparkle to it. I kind of giggled because I could just see someone trying to steal this, and somebody has it like that, and instead of taking it out of there, they just pull the. That'd be the last purse they'd ever touch. My 380 would, yeah. But in a pinch, you could just reach around and pull. Couldn't you imagine a round or two coming out of that? That would be a big surprise to a thief trying to take your money. But I thought it was adorable. But that's what it reminded me of, something that somebody. So you could be inconspicuous and have it and have it in this here, and who would know? Just make sure that. I know, Brian, I'm cracking myself up here. But it just went through my mind. See, if you just barely wounded the person and the cops came and caught him and said, well, the he said something came out of this purse, and the cops would say, yeah, right, get in the car. Oh, shoot. I know. Brian said, where did that come from? He'd say, yeah, officer. Said, I was just admiring her purse, and all of a sudden, pow. They said, yeah, that it came out of a purse. Yeah, right. So we're going to give you an evaluation when you get to the station. Oh, shoot. That would be a good. Now I am giggling, y'all. Well, we know why they outlawed hat pin. Oh, I have a real long hat pin. Oh my gosh, when I get something funny stuck in my head. He said, well, I was just admiring her purse and something came out of it and hit me in the leg. And they're like, yeah, right. So we're gonna have the straight jacket ready for you when they come in. One raindrop on my neck is about, no, it's here, going in the house. Yeah, for self defense. I could just imagine. Oh, shoot. I needed a drink on that one, and this is water. I think I have myself tickled. I have this lot of art. Now, I don't think that these are silver. I know it. If I start giggling, we're all in trouble because I think about something and start laughing. Shoot. So these are not silver, but they are art glass, and I'm going to sell them as a lot. One of them is a stone, I think. So now with the new trend of the piano purse, my gosh, I can't stop laughing. Now, as with the new trend, the piano purse with a bang. So, oh gosh. Oh, I have a piano purse and no. Oh gosh. I, I can't stop laughing. And when I laugh, my face gets bright. Every time I see that emoji, I start laughing. So these are not silver, but they are art glass. Here's one of them, and they are kind of abstract. Hey, Doug, I'm not laughing at you, Doug. We got to stop. Hang on. I'm sorry, Doug. I'm not laughing at you. Woo. Okay, Doug. When I hold, this is a purse. When I hold this purse like this, what do you? Oh gosh, you guys don't think I'm done. Doug, when I hold this purse like this, what would you think would be perfect to go in here? What does what shape does that remind you of? He's probably cracking up. So here was our theory. So, if you had one of those Saturday night special ladies, you know what I don't want to say the word because they might get me on that. You could put that in there so we. Oh god. Oh my gosh. Okay, here's was our. Oh my gosh, I'm dying up here. Okay, this is what I came. This is what. Oh god, I need a drink of water. I've got tears. And welcome in, Doug. And no, I wasn't. Okay, so imagine this. So this is a purse that it opens right there. It's a piano, and imagine a lady that has a something in here that makes a loud sound. Oh, my sides are hurting. That makes a loud sound upon when something's pulled. So can you imagine somebody trying to take this from a lady and she was able to get to the trigger and it pulls and it hits the thief in the leg. So the police come and they're asking questions, and he said, well, that piano right there, something came out of it and hit me in the leg. And couldn't you imagine the officer saying, "Yeah, right." He gets on the radio and calls ahead, straight jacket. Make sure we have a straight jacket for this one. Say, "Yeah, right. A bullet really came out of a piano." Okay, I'm serious now until I see a laugh emoji. But that's what I thought of. You could put one of those little Saturday night specials in there. Oh my gosh, I've not laughed this much in ages. I think Doug was edging me on, though. I think that's why I couldn't stop laughing because he was doing emojis. But I am wearing those milk glass earrings and bracelet. Oh, shoot. I got to get serious here. I can't even think. Talk about having a thinking problem. Oh, I wanted to show, before we go any further, I've got these CDs and they're all in really good shape. And I wanted to tell you about a title on one of them. Is anyone in? Oh my gosh, Doug, you're killing. Oh no, I need to go back and watch the replay. So I do have some Barbara Streisand, some Michael Bolton, the Police, which where is that one that had that real Barbara Streisand? I love her. Where's that one? It had a real funny title. Let's see. Where is that at? Don't tell me I didn't bring that. Where is that at? But the title of the song on one of these, and I forget who it was from because I was laughing. Don't tell me I left it. But I'm serious. I had this, it's a CD and it has, I don't know who it's by, but one of the one of the songs is Bad Boys Get Spanked. And I'm not kidding. And I laughed. Maybe I'm laughing because I'm still laughing about what I was laughing about earlier in the day. Welcome back, Gigi. Stay out of the ring now. I'm now back to what I was doing. And when I see a laugh emoji in the chat, I can't help it. So these are not, the findings are not sterling, but they are pretty glass. So here's this one. It was, I'm serious. I think but I don't know who, I don't even remember I started laughing. Then we have this art glass one, which is glass. Then we have this. I'll start all of these for $7. Take them. So there's another pretty one. Oh my gosh. And here's one. It's kind of small, but that's one as well. And you can put them on cords. I think this one is a stone. Doug said, "Wow, I came in, and the first thing she does is starts laughing." I don't know if this is glass. I'm sorry, Showbell. I'm not laughing. Yes, it is. So we have all these pendants. I'm not for sure. Oh my gosh, this will go down in history as the funniest night on YouTube for me. I think this is a stone. I'm not for sure. When that awful Doug came in, and the first thing I did was burst out in laughter. So there's that. I think it's a stone, but you get all of them for 7. You can put them on a. Yes, we have the dreaded piano purse. All of these for 7 if you like. They're glass. I bet Doug said, "Wow, the first thing she did was laugh when I came in." You ever get something in your mind and you get tickled and you can't get it out of your mind? Doug, are you in? Doug, are you? Doug, are you? I'm sorry. Are you in for 12? Holy cow! And no, I don't drink or that neither. So Doug said 12, so he's going to get them all. Isn't that pretty? We'll get back to the purse piano. Yeah, there's your heart. Guys, I'm normally not this silly or laugh like this, but when I can't get something out of my mind. Doug, what are you bidding on? And they're not, like I said, they're not silver or nothing, but it's just a bunch of glass. You want that per? Okay, Doug, you're serious, aren't? The hearts for 7. You get all of them. You get the hearts, the square, and you're getting them all. Like, are you bid? You want that purse too? Okay, let me find it because while I was laughing, so we're just gonna do a double thing here. So since there were no bids on the piano purse with a bang, we're gonna call it all down for Doug. I didn't see any bids. There was no interest, so Doug gets the glass pendants, 5 of them at 7, and we're sold on that. And Doug gets the piano purse with a deadly message as well, so they're sold. Doug, I know I've got your address and your Raven's Chest 33 at gmail.com. Oh my gosh, I'm losing my mind. Let me go ahead and just wrap these, and they're all for you. Thank you, Doug. And Doug, your name goes into the hat box. Let me mark these so I won't forget. Doug said, "Gee, I come into her chat and she's hysterically laughing. How dare her?" All right, Doug, that's yours. I just get something funny in my thinking, and I can't help it. It just comes out. We had to make up a story. I mean, it's what it reminded me of. And naturally, that's a part of my personality you have never seen, but I can get rather silly at times. But I just, I don't know, it's cracking me up. But that would be perfect for that. Put you one of those little, what they call a ladies thing, and I'm gonna be quiet. That sounded awfully bad. Thank you, Doug. You're going in there twice. I am hoarse from. All right, Doug is. He goes into the box. And thank you for being here, Doug. And do not forget that thumbs up, please, and thank you. And now, on a more serious note, me and my oldest sister, we used to make up jokes and laugh all the time. And all right, who's it for? Give piano purse to Shell Bell. All right, Doug. Shell Bell, you get the notorious piano purse. Okay. Man, I hope I didn't put any bad ideas into people's minds. Congratulations, Shell Bell. It's really cute. I tell you, I'm out of breath from laughing. Hey, nephew Troy. You messed up, nephew Troy. See, he's another adopted. He's my nephew. You missed uranium glass earlier, just saying. Oh my God, that was hilarious. There we go. I'm usually not this silly. I was in such a good mood. Excuse me. I am hoarse from laughing. That's terrible. The dirty thoughts were already in my mind. You didn't put them there. Yep, you missed uranium. Ellie got a hold of that. She wasn't letting go neither. And then we had a killer tea set sale for the low price. Minnie got her a beautiful tea set. Now I need to get serious. Okay, this is another cutie. Oh, you guys, you make my night. I'm telling you, when I get the giggles, it's terrible. Poor Doug came in and I was laughing hysterically, and he probably thought, what? I laugh so much, my head's hurting. Okay, next up is this. Now, I know you guys, dear me, this is a Shannon crystal by Gottinger. Did y'all know Gottinger made glass? It is part of a sugar and creamer set, often found within the Gottinger, Dublin, or Barquay, whatever, Barquo. You know what I mean. 24% lead crystal, known for its clarity and intricate cut design. And I think Laura was telling me this is the original spoon that came with this. Now, isn't that I could see you could use that. You could put like something like jelly in that or some kind of condiment and serve it. Here's your spoon. And it says silver plate, Japan. And it's like a baby spoon and probably can't show it to you. But this is old and it is very collectible. What to start? I don't remember what I paid for this. And I'm going to start this at 10 because it's worth it. So there it is. Isn't it beautiful? Has handle on either. It's really decorative, and you wouldn't have to use it for that. You could put anything you wanted to in it. Leslie said 10 because she enjoys the finer things in life. So we have Leslie in at 10, and thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. How gorgeous is that? Leslie is in at that $10 bid. Let me do a measurement while I'm not laughing so I don't start laughing. We're looking at 6 inches. It's such a classy looking thing here. So I don't see anybody rushing in on that. So I'm going to start calling that. We'll call that down for Leslie. We're going to go once. It's just really precious. I know, going twice. Final and last call. And we are sold to Leslie. Congratulations. That is so, I don't know, there's just something about it. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. For Leslie, congrats, congrats. Got a whole lot of glass going on tonight. Lord knows I don't want to block the reception on that daggone. I'll put it over here. Now this piece is WRZESNIAK Glassworks, hand blown glass made in Poland. Yeah, that there's something about that is just so delicate. And look what we have here. Of course, it needs a good wipe down. Yeah. Yeah, Shell Bell, I'm telling you, when I looked at it, that's what I thought about. Boy, wouldn't I be dangerous? I'd be like Barney Fife. They'd have to give me one bullet. And, okay, let me go in the gallery. Yep. Oh my goodness. I have not, guys, I've never laughed like that ever. Maybe it was building. I don't know. Let's look in here. Where is that at? I know I took a picture of it. Well, by the time I find it, I might just take a picture of it and avoid the circumstance. An auction and entertainment and a comedy act. You can't beat that, right? Gotta love it though. So let me see. Man, they have too many to choose. From what I'm hoarse from laughing. Let's see. You know how you get something in your head and you just can't. I think it may be a wine decanter. I'm not for sure. And they said the way she's been laughing, we better make sure that's water in that cup instead of something else. It's hand blown and it's from Poland. And I think it's mid century. But now here comes that. You know what? This Gixmo or Gizmo or whoever's Mo comes in and has the same dry personality. It's always the same thing. You can't. It's like they can't think of anything new. So this could be used for many things, but it is got a long, funny name on it. Glassworks, hand blown, made in Poland. Maybe while we was talking about the piano and what we'd put in it, maybe you got scared and stayed away about 2 seconds, right? So I'm going to start. This is from Poland. It is hand blown. It appears to be some kind of pouring apparatus, more than likely something to do with wine. So we're going to start this at 12. Yeah, Ellie, he's a real pain. We're going to start this one at 12. This has a really neat feature to it. It will get a bath. Man, the temperature must be cooling off outside. I'm sitting here, but I just thought it was pretty. It would even be pretty to set. I think it would even be neat if you took like the different colored sands and layered it in there. He always has this, if he's trying to be a comedian, he always has the same dry comment. Now, if you're going to be a comedian, you got to change it up. Let's see. Mm, I didn't know that. I thought it looked like a glass urinal. Well, if you're somewhere and you don't have anything else, I guess you could use it as that. But it does have like a spout where you can pour. I'm wore out from laughing, and I still got to do Minnie's her package so I can get that taken care of. So next, oh this. Next up is this. Let's see, where's my white? Aha. We have this. It's not, the findings are not sterling, but we do have major carnelian going on in this one. And look at the carnelian, how beautiful that is. And we'll start this one at 12, and it's probably way cheap. And you can see the beautiful carnelian, I imagine. And the way they did that, there's a split right there, and it's really beautiful. And they did how somebody was really good at what they did. And I'll give you a measurement on that. But isn't that beautiful? What would make it even more beautiful if it had sterling findings, but it doesn't. It's a lot of beautiful carnelian. So we are looking at approximately about 17 inches with about a 3-inch extender. Yeah, that's a good deal because it is carnelian, and some more than likely someone made it. But I was just really amazed with that, the way they split that, and it goes down into this carnelian and that stone as well. But someone was very, very talented, might I add. So that's what she looks like. She's not the longest necklace in the world, but she does have some major carnelian going on there. Hey, Bruce and Dennis. How are you guys doing? Okay. Pass on that. Speaking of hat pins and the danger thereof, hat pins, this is old, guys. And it does, there's one stone missing. I cannot testify if it's sterling or not. I really can't tell you. I know it's old, it's a hat pin. Excuse me, and it is missing one stone. Look at that, guys. Even the little thing that goes, maybe it's, there we go. This is a hat pin, and yes, they did outlaw these because women were using them. This could be an antique. I don't know, guys. But it would be fairly simple to put a stone in there, and I could do that. But it's that long right there. Look at that. This is old, guys. And here's your little bottom part to it. This is an old one. I don't even know what to date this to. But there's your stick pin. And for those who collect stick pins, I'm going to start this at $10 because you know what? I believe it's an antique. And for those who collect stick pins, need to be all over this like a cheap suit because it is amazing. And I could replace that stone. I mean, there's only one stone missing. Ellie said, I am hoarse from laughing. So Ellie said 10 because I believe Ellie knows exactly what's up. I mean, this thing is fancy. I would really step out and say that's probably Victorian. So we have Ellie, and at 10, it does have a missing stone. Ellie, if you want me to, I can put that stone in there for you. Hey, Roberta, welcome in. So I see Ellie at 10, and if you know anything about, I don't know, this, I don't think it's sterling. It doesn't appear to be sterling, but it's mighty nice. So we're going to call this down for Ellie because it is pretty. And Ellie, just let me know, and I'll put a stone in it. So we're going to start calling this down for Ellie. We're going to go once to Ellie for that $10 bid. We're going to go twice to Ellie for that $10 bid. Final and last call. And we are sold to Ellie. Ellie, I don't know a lot about this, but I bet you it's an antique and it's probably from the Victorian era. Like I said, it looks like the backs on those stones, and I can put one in there if you'd like. That's an oldie. That don't happen, and that is going to Miss Ellie for $10. That's, I mean, I think it's Victorian era. Good thing I wasn't around in the Victorian era. I would have been a real flight risk with one of these. No, I'm kidding. Some of them are even longer than that. Okay, Miss Ellie, that is yours. Shoot. Those hat pins, them ladies, they had to be put under control because they was using them. Thank you. I love it too. That's one of my older hats. Of course, that's all I deal. I like the older stuff. All right, Ellie is going into the box. Thank you so much. I think Bruce got lucky because when Doug came in, we was laughing, and I had to tell him I wasn't laughing. I could not stop laughing. And I said, "Oh my God!" Doug said, "Here I come in, and she's laughing." Whenever I see a laugh emoji in there, it makes me laugh. So nothing wrong with a little humor, right? Alrighty then, let's skip down to something else. Let's see, what else was I looking at? Okay, guys. Now, Bruce, you're going to be a big fan of this piece, just saying. And before I show this, Bruce, how many days till Christmas? We need the official countdown. You want to talk about beautiful? Look at that. And I think that's a poinsettia. And I've had this for a little while. Oh, Laura said she would have constructed one that would have really they'd have thought Michael Myers got a hold of them. 126 days to Christmas. Isn't that beautiful? I've had this a while. Let me get the specs on it for you. And thank you, Roberta, for coming in. I appreciate that. And here we go. Hmm. Poinsettia. That's not even like mine, but it's supposed to be wall art. I imagine you would put that in a trivet and display it. Let's see, but it is glass. I've had this for a little while, and I think I forgot to show it. So that is glass, and we're going to start it at 12. I got 12 on the brain. Wouldn't that be beautiful with one of those round candles setting in the middle of that during the holidays? I can't block people. I tell you, that gizmo or whatever he is, but isn't that beautiful? You could display it as a plate, or you could lay it down like that, and it would be beautiful during Christmas time with one of those round, like a trio of candles on it. Isn't it beautiful? Yep, you got to put the hammer down, that's for sure. And I'll give you a measurement. It is beautiful. So we will give you a measurement. It is coming in at 10 and a half by 10 and a half. That's why I call Laura MC Hammer, MC Laura instead of MC Hammer. I love the line by Hammer, "School's in session." Isn't that beautiful? It's glass too. Gorgeous. Can't touch this. There's this on YouTube. They have this one guy. He's real thin and he dances and he gets people and he goes in the store and gets people involved, and it's so much. What is his name? I forget what it is. I think it's Eli something, and he dances really well, and he goes into like different stores with. There's usually he's by himself or got two other people, and people start dancing with him. It's a lot of fun. Tevan or something like that. Now you talking about somebody can cut a rug. He can cut it to shreds. Yes. Oh man, he is slinky like a he's really good. I was gonna buy a small cafe and call it Hammer Time. HAMMERTYME. That would be neat. There's several. They opened up another coffee shop in that area where I thrift, and it's seven brew, and they had just opened it, and man, the cars were like, and it said something about a free drink, and I just wanted to try. I said, I'm not waiting in that line. Yeah, her last name is Hammer, but there's like 4 or 5 coffee shops along the way. So I'll have to try that when they're not busy. So we'll put this away. Let me see what other entertaining item I can come up with. I have more shells. And these are real. These aren't these things that you buy in a store that's fake. These are the real deal. And I'm selling the whole bag. I gotta be careful because the last ones I had white sand. This is the real deal. This is not fake. And you know yourself, and these are shell. And I have a whole bag, and let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there's 7 of them. I'm gonna sell the whole. We'll put $8 on the whole bag, and these are real. It's not these things you go into Hallmark and buy, and they're fake as all get out. 7 brew. So here's one of them, and these are the real deal. These are not fake. And here's another one. I don't think I've been to. I haven't neither, but once I go by there and I get a chance, and you have these. This one's these are real. These aren't no fake stuff. Just saying. And there's this one right here. Then we have yet another one. I thought this one was cute. It's a mini version of a larger one. And then the others there's white sand in this bag. And we have these here. Have you guys ever had a hermit crab as a pet? So we're looking at one big one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we'll start I think at 8. So do the math. While you're thinking, I'm gonna get a drink. Okay, Laura likes them at 8. They're pretty neat. I mean, they have some nice colors in them. So Laura's at $8, and I don't see anybody jumping out there in front of you, so I'm gonna let Laura, the mod, call her shells down. We'll just say sold because no one came in. So Laura, those are yours. Congratulations, and you go into the. I just happened to come across that Brian got a bunch of them, and while Laura counts that down. And those go to Laura. Congratulations, and in the box she goes. They have some pretty colors to them. Congratulations, and you're going into the box. So, Delora, yay! Put Laura in the box. So now, see, we've been on, I kind of got delayed because I had the mysterious no voice on YouTube. So we had to start over, but we was only 5 minutes off. So I think we're going to kind of conclude for tonight, but don't you go anywhere because the drawing's about to go down. So, whoa, it's cold up here. We're going to shake, rattle, and roll. Did I miss the rock crystal? Yes, Beth, you did, but hey, I can bring it. It's not rock crystal, it's AB. I can sure shoot it back up here for you if I know what I did with it. You talking about the AB crystal, honey? I don't. If this was rock crystal, this would be worth a lot of money. It's AB coated crystal, and there's red glass beads, and the they look black, but they're blue. They're very deep blue, and she is a sparkling, and it is heavy. But you know, with the holidays coming on, and if you want to be it says, got a tag on it, DA something, DARLI, I don't know. Are you talking about this, Beth? This luscious AB crystal? Turn it slide out so I can catch the light. If that was rock crystal, I've got a couple stashed in but not, they're mine, they're my personal. So she ain't giving nothing up, is she? Yeah, I mean, you got a lot of length going on there. And of course, you do have that humongous um, spring ring. Beth is asking for the small one with a pretty clasp. Hmm. Refresh my memory because I don't. You lost me from the short. Oh no, not that. That is an intaglio. I can't let that one go. That was an intaglio, and it was an antique. I can't let that go. Did you sell the dish with the skinny bottom from the short? Are you talking? Are you talking about this one, Shell Bell? Because Minnie just picked that one up. Was it this one? Minnie just slayed that one a few hours ago. This is a hazel atlas. Looks like it stands on one leg. Let me see here. I am so hoarse from laughing. Let me see, Shelby. Let me go back and look at that. Make sure it's turned down. Let's see. Bowl with the stand. Oh, are you talking about the punch bowl, Shell Bell? The one that it's a punch bowl. McKee, Ellie's right, and it has a base on it, and it's a punch bowl. No, it's I know what you're talking about, and I think that and Leslie got you're talking about this. Are you talking that was sold earlier, sweetie? That right there. Okay, yeah, that was sold to Leslie. Got that one. Yeah, this one sold, and the candy dish sold. Oh, this one, the candy dish. It absolutely was. You talking about this? Leslie got this one. This one was out earlier. Not that. I can't. Which I'm kind of lost here. Let me see here. Are you talking about the this one? That? This one? I'm lost here. I don't know if we're getting. See, the only one you're talking, the Anchor Hawking, the big one sold to Minnie. The tea set sold, and then we've got the punch bowl and that one right there. I don't remember what it is. Are you talking about the short that I put out recently on what I had for sale? Let's see. Let's see. Key. Dish with a skinny bottom from the short. Oh, okay. Hang on. All right. Let's take a look here. Alrighty then. Yeah, that's a punch bowl. Yeah. Yeah, that was the punch bowl. Let me grab this real quick. This right here, it's got a base to it. Is it this one? Because the base goes on the bottom. And this is a punch bowl. The coffee mug. Here's the skinny bottom. And that's what that is. That's a punch bowl, but you could use it for anything you wanted to. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's a big, I know, Show Bell. It's kind of deceiving, but I know it does kind of look different. Yep, that's what she was. Okay, let me set this over here because Lord knows I do not want to break that little delicate piece of glass. So, Shell Bell gets the piano, the conceal and carry piano coffee mug. Which coffee mug was it? Let's see. I had some glasses. I don't recall having a coffee mug. Are you seeing something I'm not? The only coffee mug I see is this one back here. And that's a Ray Dunn. And it says blessed, but I don't recall having a coffee mug. Pottery. Am I losing it or what? Let's see. Coffee mug. I'm at a loss here. So I don't got that. Coffee mug. I don't remember having one. Pottery. Did I show it tonight or was it in a short? Because I don't remember having anything like that. I saw a lot of glassware, but it could not be the picture. Are you talking about this one that, hang on, that had this? You talking about this? Because I don't remember having a coffee mug. It was brown. Let's see. By the way, did you show the? Oh no, Minnie. We better get the correct crank that out. Oh, okay. Were you talking about this? Because I am just totally lost. Hang on just a second. Yes, Minnie, I have that picture. This picture, not Minnie, maybe not maybe a small picture. Minnie don't forget, does she? By the way, did you show the picture? Okay, this is a beauty, guys. And Gigi, I'm picture. Now, you want to talk about some beautiful glass. Check this out. And it has that pouring apparatus where it catches the ice right there and allows the liquid to flow out. So that back when this was popular, it was very kind of, when you poured something, you didn't want ice splashing out, splashing, and but that's what that's for. That traps the ice from getting out, and it is pretty, and I'll tell you what it is. Okay, there's the phone. Let's see here. I could have swore I had some glasses that match this, and I might find them yet. I seem to get lucky on these matching. This is an Anchor Hawking medallion clear picture. It's a vintage glass pitcher, typically with a 64-ounce capacity, featuring a distinctive starburst medallion pattern, and it has an ice lip. That is called an ice lip. See how that does right there, how it goes in like that? That's an ice lip. And I didn't even pay much attention to that. So, and yes, it's vintage. It's got some weight to it. I mean, it's not as heavy as some things I've shipped. Let's start this one. I'll have to start this one a little bit higher. We'll start it at 15. I mean, it's an amazing piece of glass. I mean, these are hard to come by. Beautiful. 15 dollars. But it is well worth it. I mean, we're talking about something that I was automatically drawn to when I seen it. Many said 15. No, they really don't. And hey, Gia, welcome in. So we see many at 15, and if I don't see any other bids on it, we're going to sure call it down. It needs a little bath, and I'll take care of that. And Minnie, as soon as I get off here, I will go downstairs and get started. So there's that. So Minnie's in at 15. It's just beautiful. I mean, love it. So we're going to start calling this down for Miss Minnie. Well, thank you, Gia. I like my hats. I should wear hats out when I go out, but hello, Hussam. Welcome in. Good to see you. So we're going to continue to call this down for Minnie. So we are going once, going twice. Final and last call. And we are sold to Minnie. Congratulations. And you're going, ooh, Minnie. That is an excellent deal on that, really. Thank you, Miss Minnie. And you're going right into the box that holds the names. Isn't it amazing how you could, like, he's from Liverpool, and Gia, are you from India? I think Gia's from India. Isn't it something how one thing can connect so many people with people that live thousands of miles away from us? Amazing. Well, I have had a very fun night with you guys. And I finally stopped laughing, and you're probably thankful for that. But I was laughing so hard, I had tears in my eyes. It was so funny. Thank you, Beth. I really enjoy you guys' company. You just make my day. Like the Terminator, make my day. So here we go. There's quite a few names in here, and we will find out who the winner is. We're going to circle it around. Minnie gets $5 off. Congratulations. Minnie, you get a $5 credit. And you may want to use that tonight. If so, I will go ahead and take that off. For Minnie, congratulations, honey. And I really appreciate you guys being here. We had a very fun night and a few jokes here and there. Congrats, Minnie. And I just couldn't stop laughing. And that don't happen to me very often, but I've seen so many people in the chat that I've seen have been in other chats with, and it's really wonderful. It's such a nice show. I loved it. I laughed so hard on so many things, especially the piano bag and your. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mama Charla. Isn't it wonderful the connections that we make with people that may not be in our vicinity, but it's just wonderful. And it's like being talking to old friends and having a good time, and just to be able to offer these things to you guys. And it's such an uplifting atmosphere. It really is. And Brian said he's got the hammer out. Well, I tell you, as many times as that gizmo came in here, you'd have a hammer wore down to the nub, trying to his alter egos, as many that came in. So, guys, I'm going to let you go. I've had a great time with you guys. It's been amazing being able to offer these things to you guys and how you really appreciate those. So, I'm going to let you go. And I'll catch you on the next one. Watch out for those dreaded piano purses. Good night, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. And remember, if you see somebody with a piano purse, you might want to go the other way. Good night, everybody, and thank you so much.